Okay, friends, starting off on your back, take your time just relaxing into the floor. Take deep breaths in through your nose. Think of filling up your whole rib cage. And big exhales that empty all the air out. Inhale, expand. And exhale, contract. Feeling all that space between your hips and your shoulders. Big movement. So when we breathe deeply like this, it's so much more than just breathing, right? We're really expanding the muscles and adding extra space, all the tissues expanding outward. And then we're contracting them inward to squeeze the air out, warming them, activating the low back muscles, abdominal, chest, shoulders. Everything is moving to make that breath happen. So you're really just warming up your whole torso from the inside. Okay, that's one really good reason to start any yoga practice with deep breathing, activating all that musculature. Notice your body relaxing, tension draining out of your face and your jaw and your legs. Keep your big, long, slow breath, if you could, as we begin to move. Bend your knees here and bring your feet up by your hips. And then ground your palms by your hips. And make sure your knees are about hip distance, okay? And keep them just about hip distance as you start to lift your tailbone up off the floor. And then let the rest of your spine just naturally follow, almost like a snaky movement, rolling your spine up. And then when you start to exhale, think of rolling your spine down just as sneakily as you brought it up. Roll it down. And let's take a few more snaky spines like that. Inhale, snake it up. And exhale, roll it down. So I'd like to just take a little time to do just that for a few moments. Breathing slowly, moving slowly, just feeling your spine move up and down. All right, notice if your knees tend to drift apart as you move. Keep them really close together. Okay, notice if your nose tends to point at your knees. When you roll your spine up, keep that nose pointed straight up at the ceiling. Okay, next time you come up, let's just hold it right there and see if we could just breathe up there for a little while. So lift your hips nice and high, the top of your inhale. Okay, hold there and breathe. And then think about your options from here. Okay, make sure your knees are slightly pulling inward and your nose points up. And then maybe you want to bend your elbows and press your elbows down into the ground. Think of lifting your heart up a little bit high. You can press elbows down, heart up, and just see how that feels. Maybe you extend your elbows and join your fingers underneath your back, and you can really scooch them under. But wherever you are, okay, long spine, strong legs. Take one more big breath here. And then as you exhale, think of releasing your hands if you joined them. We're gonna roll the spine down, very snaky. Take your time. All right, when your hips land, walk your feet a little away from each other. Let's take some cactus arms and just windshield wiper your legs here side to side. Just kind of waking up your hips. Okay, getting a little bit of rotation in the low back. Some nice movement in your inner and outer hip here. Okay, as you're ready, point those knees up and pause. You could tuck your hands behind your knees. And we're gonna rock it up and down a few times. So rock it up and then roll it down. Okay, make it feel nice on your back. Rock it up and then roll it down. Okay, you can take it really slow here. It should feel nice. But as you come up, see if you could balance in a boat pose. So it might happen naturally, or you might need to put your toes down. And that's fine either way, but try it a few more times. Rock it up, balance in your boat, and rock it down. Maybe 3 more tries. Keep the spine nice and long if you can. 2 more. All right, 1 more. Okay, hold it right here and breathe. If you need to put your fingers or your toes on the floor, you can. Fingers too. But no matter what you do, your spine is nice and long. And your knees are pointing straight out away from your hips at about a right angle to your spine. Okay, so if you feel good about it, you can release your hands from your knees and put your fingers together in front of you. Really long spine here. Take a big breath in. All right, as you exhale, twist to the right. Look over that right shoulder. Go ahead and open your arms. We're going to bring it back through center. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Look over that left shoulder. Open your arms. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right. Keep going, friends. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it up. Let's do 3 more on each side. Building heat. Building warmth. Building strength and stability. 2 more. Last one on each side. Very nice. Bring it back into center. Let it go. Go ahead and drop your feet. Whew. Point your knees out to one side and your hands too. We're flipping it over to hands and knees. So come on through. Okay, here on hands and knees, we'll take some cat-cows. So push strong into your hands, pull those elbows inward, and think strong belly as you pull your heart forward. Okay, big breath in, pull back on your hands, lift your heart. And exhale, push the floor away, round your spine, you can hang your head. Okay, just a few more just to get warm in your front and back. Stretching open the back body, stretching open the front body. And then let's bring it back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes here, lift those hips, and bring it up and back to a downward facing dog. Walk out your heels here, shake your head. All right, downward facing dog. Feel the backs of the legs opening up. Okay, keep in mind in your down dog, you can bend your knees. Okay, we want that spine to be nice and long. So if you feel like your spine is really rounding, try bending your knees and extending your spine. And you can extend your knees later if you want to. Okay, think of lifting kneecaps, dropping heels, and push that floor with your hands. Just one more big breath here in downward facing dog, and we'll start moving. And here we go. Inhaling here, get that right leg up in the sky. 3-leg dog. With your exhale here, draw that right foot forward. Set it down outside your right hand. Okay, and we're going to come up into a lunge. So inhaling here, sweep your arms up in the sky. Think of bending that back knee slightly and pointing your tailbone down. If you need a break, you're going to drop the back knee and take one, okay? Moving here in your crescent lunge, take a big breath in here. I want you to lift your heart nice and high. And exhale here, drop your heart, reach back with your hands. You can drop your head nice and low if you want, and pass up that right knee. Keep the legs strong. Again, inhale, sweep your arms up, look up. Keep the legs nice and active. And exhale, roll it all the way down. Nice and slow. Drop that head. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, sweep your hands up, look up. And exhale, roll it all the way down. Very nice. Go ahead and drop those hands under your shoulders, inside that right foot. With your inhale, right leg up in the sky. And exhale, set the right foot down next to the left. Let's do the other side. Inhale here, left leg in the sky. Exhale, set it down outside your left hand. Coming up to your crescent lunge. With your inhale, all hands up. Okay, keep in mind, remember you can drop the back knee if you need to make this a little more gentle. But your legs are strong, point the tailbone down. Inhale, lift your heart, big open chest. And exhale, drop your heart. Maybe pass up the left knee, reach back. Again, inhale, sweep it up and open. And exhale, roll it down. Building strength and warmth in the legs and hips. One more, big breath in. And big exhale. Nice, go ahead and drop your hands onto your shoulders inside that left foot. And let's bring it up to a 3-leg dog. Inhale here, left leg up in the sky. And exhale, drop the left next to the right, walk it out. Let's keep moving. Inhale here, right leg up in the sky. Just like before, exhale the right foot forward, drop it outside your right hand, and set up for a crescent lunge. Okay, inhaling here, all hands up in the sky. Okay, exhale here, drop that left heel, cartwheel yourself open to a warrior 2, and hold and breathe right here, warrior 2. So this time the hips and shoulders open to the side, to the left. Double check on that right knee, make sure it points out at your middle toes, and it doesn't pass up its own ankle. Okay, and as long as that right knee is pointing in the right direction, you can drop the hips a little lower if you want. So if you need to come out, you just lift your hips, that's all. But let's start to move and flow a little bit here in warrior 2. So keep your legs strong and stable. And with your inhale, slide your left hand down your left leg, reach that right arm up. Exalted warrior. Side bending. With your exhale, send that right elbow to the left knee, to the right knee, and sweep that left arm over. Again, let's do that. Inhale, send the left hand down, right hand up, exalted warrior. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, left hand up and over. One more just like that, big movement, big breath in, open up the right side. Big exhale, open up the left. Now hold and breathe here. You can keep it just like this and stay and breathe. Maybe just looking at the ceiling under that left shoulder, okay? So maybe you stay here. Maybe you challenge yourself by reaching both hands out away from your left foot. Hold and breathe. Whew, drop into that right hip. Okay, big hip opening. We want to keep the legs very strong here. If you feel pretty good about it, you can take your right fingers down by the right foot. Okay, on the inside of the foot, keep pressing the legs down with your feet. Pressing the floor down with your feet and your legs. Okay, and then one final option to explore I'm going to give you is dropping your right shoulder really low, reaching that right arm under your right leg and behind your back. And then the left hand can go looking for it. And they find each other, maybe today, maybe another day. But wherever you are, press the floor down and look up. One more big breath. Wherever you are in this posture, whether you stayed toward the gentle end of it or ventured into the deeper end. And then come out as slowly as you came in. Okay, both hands down under your shoulders. Pop up that back heel. And coming up to three-leg dog. Inhale here, right leg up in the sky. And exhale here, back to downward facing dog, all feet down. Okay, ready to do the other side, just like that. Inhaling here, left leg up in the sky. Exhale here, left foot forward. Drop it outside your left hand, okay? Just like before, come up into your crescent lunge. Lift your hands high, spread open your front body. This time with your exhale, drop your right heel and pivot looking out to the right now. And I'll spin around to face you. All right, friends. Warrior two, okay? Remember to pull your belly button back. Okay, think of curling your tailbone underneath you so your spine is long and neutral. And check out the left knee. Make sure it's floating just about over its ankle and it's pointing at your toes. And you can drop lower or lift higher to suit your practice. Okay, let's start to move. So inhaling here, slide the right hand down the right leg. Left arm sweeps up. You're expanding into that left side. And exhale here, sending left elbow to left knee. Right arm up and over, expanding into the right side. So nice and slow, let's flow a little bit. Inhale, right hand down, left hand up. Exalted warrior. And exhale. Left elbow down, right arm up and over. A variation on extended side angle. One more, big breath in, exalted warrior. And a big exhale. Left elbow, left knee. Right arm up and over, and we can hold here and just breathe and just be in the posture. So keep the legs strong. Maybe spend time here just looking at the ceiling under that right arm. This might be where you stay. Okay? If all is going well, you may challenge yourself to reach both hands over to the right or to the left and really drop into that strong left hip. Ooh, it's a powerful hip opener. If everything's going well, you could take the left fingers to the floor, okay? Just giving you options here, okay? You can always back it up. And for a really deep trip into that left hip, you can drop the left shoulder really low, reach the left arm under your left leg, and send the right hand back to find its friend, okay? It might happen today, it might not, but you always have the option. Big breath here, looking up at the ceiling. All right, wherever you are in this posture, back up the same way you came in, nice and slow. All hands on the floor underneath your shoulders. We're popping up that right heel. Let's bring it up and back to three-leg dog. Big breath in here, left leg up in the sky. And exhale here, drop that left foot next to your right. Go ahead and walk it out in downward facing dog. Shake it out. All right. From here, inhale, we're going to add another thing on, okay? Just one more little thing. Inhale that left leg up in the sky. Sorry, inhale that right leg up in the sky on that right leg. And then exhale, right foot forward. Drop that right foot by your right hand. Go ahead and drop the back knee. Relax it down into a low lunge here. So using all that wonderful heat and energy that we kind of stirred up in your legs and your hips, we can kind of release downward and release some tension perhaps. So in your low lunge, get some nice activity in your legs so that you're softly pushing the floor with both legs. And then that's just where you want to start. And I'm going to give you some options from here. So you could stay right here. And for some folks, this is quite enough. And so you'll just stay here. Okay, you could come up on your fingertips and allow your hips to sink a little lower. Keep the legs active. Maybe use your right knee to press up. Okay. So decide where you'd like to be today. Okay, down or up. And then you have further options. If you want to keep going and keep opening up into the left hip flexor, into the low back, okay, you could take right hand to right hip, take that left arm up, and then send it over your head out to the right. Breathe here. Keep pushing the floor with those legs. You could reach the right fingers down to the floor here if the floor is close, and then send that left hand way back, so opening up your chest to the ceiling. Just give yourself the option. Maybe one more big breath here. And then come down out of your low lunge variation, wherever you took it. Hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to shimmy this right foot over to the left. So you'll probably need to get that right hand out of the way. Drop that right knee. And settle down into a pigeon pose. Okay, take your time. Use your hands out in front of you to support your upper body while you get your legs just right. Your hips do not need to be on the floor. As a matter of fact, you can even sit on your right foot and kind of keep your hips up, and you can even sit on a blanket. So feel free to let the hips be where they need to be, but do make sure they are level with each other. Take a look. Are they level? Okay. Keep them level. So adjust. And then when you're ready to settle in, you have that top of the left foot on the floor. Go ahead and walk your hands out. Maybe hang your head and shake it. Maybe hang from elbows for a little while, just allowing yourself to soften naturally. And then maybe eventually your hands can walk all the way out and you want to drop that forehead. And wherever you are in your pigeon posture, remember to activate your legs gently. Gently push the floor away with your legs. Notice how that feels in your right outer hip. Turn on the left glute. Taking maybe one more big breath here in your pigeon pose. Gently push the floor away with both legs. Take your time coming up and out of this pigeon pose. No rush. Okay. Coming back to hands and knees from here. Hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Go ahead and lift it up and back into a downward facing dog. Walk it out. Okay, notice the backs of the legs. See if you have any more freedom in the hamstrings. Stretch your spine to be as long as you can make it. And then with your inhale, let's get the left leg up in the air. Exhale here, left foot forward. Drop it by your left hand and drop that right knee. So down in a lunge on this side. And take some time just being in your lunge. Okay, settling in. Gently activating your legs to push the floor just enough. And you could stay here with your hands down, or you can come up to your fingers. Okay, once you start to feel pretty comfortable, pretty settled in, you can use the left knee to press up, and you can either keep your hands there or left hand to left hip, right arm up and over to the left. So remember to gently push down on the floor. Sometimes it's easy to forget to use your legs if you're not looking at them, but keep using them. Just a little bit of strength is all you need. If you can, reach the floor with your left fingertips, touch that floor, and then reach that right hand over your head. You can reach it back behind you. And breathe wherever you are. You're still opening up extra space in the left side of your chest, right side of your chest, right hip flexor, into the left hamstring as well, right side of the low back. Okay, come out slowly when you're ready, bringing your hands down in front. And we'll pigeon it from here. So walk the left foot to the right and drop the left knee. Find your pigeon pose. Okay, feel free to lift your hips more. You can put a pillow under yourself, or you can just sit on your left foot. But get comfortable. And then once you are settled in, then, okay, start to walk your hands out. Do elbows at first, maybe, to let your head hang. Okay, remember, once you settle in, to keep your legs really active. So it's just enough. They're just pushing down firmly enough to give that left hip a nice release. Right glute is active. Take your last few breaths here, just nice and easy, releasing any extra tension in your body, just letting it roll off. Okay, take your time walking up and out of this. There's no rush. From here, you can come on back to hands and knees. And tuck your toes, lift your hips, the last down dog right here. Walk it out. Just notice the back of each leg, how your back feels. Push that floor. All right, and as you're ready, friends, go ahead and drop it down to your knees. Put your big toes together and sit back onto your heels for a child's pose. You'll find some nice, just stillness here. Maybe add a little twist. If you just pick up your head and slide your left arm under your right and drop into that left shoulder. Drop your head. You have a nice mini twist. If you want it to be more of a twist, you can hold your own hand and straighten your arms. Breathe here. Allow this twist to massage and recalibrate your spine. All right, bringing yourself back through center. Maybe let's twist the other side now. Right arm reaches under left. Drop that right shoulder and twist. Maybe interlace fingers and straighten that left arm. All right, bring yourself back through center, back to that child's pose. Close your eyes here if they're not closed already. And just be. Let your face hang soft, let your jaw be loose. Let the breath come easy and naturally, no longer trying to control it or breathe deeply. Just let it be. Let your body be at ease as well. Not trying to do anything, just being. Allow yourself just to be still and be in the moment, experiencing the moment as it happens. Notice your breath and your body. Notice your thoughts too, without judgment. Please keep resting just like this for as long as you can. The longer, the better. But thanks so much for practicing with me.